Open wide, here I come! Hello, everyone. We have Yoshk to thank for that, For me, obviously. Not like that. Oh, God. I should think before I do things. But then again, if I did, I wouldn't be here. Before you ask... No, they're not... They're at the doctor's, okay? That's what we're going to... I fear chat may be too far gone. However, friend is there's still hope for. She still has leaves. She still has green bits that can be rescued. I think my cleaner has been watering them, because when I took them out, I thought to myself, there's something. This is not right. Like, the topsoil doesn't feel wet at all. But I'm gonna take them out the pot. That inside the plastic pot, inside the pot, it's sodden. So I just let them. I took them out, and I put them. They're in the sink in my utility room. I tried to withdraw out as much moisture as I could. So we will have everyone thoughts and prayers. Yeah, I will need an entire graveyard of 3D printed plants. They were definitely overwatered. Like, if they were that moist and I hadn't watered them in, I gave them a tiny bit of water on stream last week. But that much water, yeah. Somebody else, I think my cleaner, must have been watering them. You can call me plant killer. You won't be wrong. I know, it does look empty. For now. He said. I want to... Look. I like the plants. They give me... They you know... They're probably keeping me alive. You know, but also they are giving their life to me. They are sacrificial in this sense. We're not really... This isn't really fluffy chicken. It's a bit more... Idiots do that. They come in there with their curly hair and their eyes rolling like this. That was a reference to a Oliver Reed video where someone goes in and pisses him off. You come in here, you teach my grandmother to suck eggs. This is if you've not seen this, nobody has seen this video, so it's yes, I need to double check. It is currently recording. Yes, it is working. I think I've solved the problem. I think it was trying to get audio from a source that it wasn't happy with somehow. I don't know what I slightly changed my configuration to simplify it for everything else, but I think it was still configured to use the old thing. Yes, there's a very funny interview where someone who goes to interview Oliver Reed and asks him for acting advice, and then he gradually just gets more and more annoyed with them until he chucks them out. So, right, today, what am I doing? It's Wednesday, right? There we go. Where's Jagosh? I'm not setting this for the end of the stream. I'm just setting this because I need some punctuation markers for this, because otherwise I will forget what I'm doing. So, first thing, there are two I have received. Check my address isn't on there still. Good. Oh yes, thank you, Nuru. Everyone take their meds. Water is also good. We're not piss maxing this time, but just, a reasonable amount of piss. Oh, God. We have a box. Inside the box. What could it be? I wonder. What could this box contain? I wonder. What could this box bring me? Box, bring me. I wonder. Well, I did actually put another box inside the box, which I think I received from my P.O. box. So I'm going to open that one first. Leave this. We have a box here. Fragile. I received it yesterday. I would shake it harder, but yes, there are. It says fragile on the side, so I wouldn't want to busticate it. Okay, I have a knife. Don't shake the fragile. No, don't shake the fragile. Right, cutting. Scalpel. Hooray for knives. It's not a stabby stream. But we do appreciate a good knife. This is maybe my favourite knife. It's got a nice little one-handed closing and open. It would be hilarious if I'd chopped my finger off there, wouldn't it? Fragile must be Italian. One little one-handed opening and closing mechanism. I've had this since I was about 12 or so. Maybe a bit older. Yeah, maybe closer to 14. It's also got a... Oh, God, that's very rusty. It's hard to... It's got a kind of seatbelt thingyifying device if you ever get stuck in a car, and also a bit for breaking safety glass. Don't the tetanus. And anyway, it's very... The reason it's hard... The reason it's rusty as fuck is because I need to actually dismantle the knife to get to that particular blade and sharpen it and clean it. Anyway, yeah, it's been around me for a while, and I've only recently started properly sharpening it. It's one of my very healthy pastimes is sharpening my knives. It's like meditation for people who like to fantasize about aggression. Right, we're opening the box. Inside the box, there is a piece of paper that says, "Thank you for your order." Good to know. Inside that box, there is another box. I didn't plan this. I don't know what was in here. But I can guess that from the name of the company that I saw on this little piece of paper, it is, which was the Lancashire Mead Company, or Lancashire Med Company, who knows? Depends on how you. Who'd have thought, eh? Oh, good gracious. Inside the wrapping of brown paper, there is a gift from the gods. Well, whoever could have done this? Thank you. Thank you very much. I will enjoy tasting this mead. I'm sure it will give me much strength. Oh, there's no sales slip in there, don't worry. It's not like, it doesn't say anything other than just like, "Thank you for your order." It's a packing slip. Z, that is very, very kind of you. Thank you. Yes, I will enjoy getting to know mead. Getting to know mead. Getting to know all about mead. Inside the box, there is a real mead is square. Oh, maybe it's real mead. We'll never know. We'll never know. If only I could read. there's a lot of reading material here that I'm definitely going to work my way through. Well, it's not a glass box, but to be fair, they are all square. So you could say that they were glass boxes of mead. So we've had a box inside a piece of paper with a box with glass boxes inside. There is only real mead. Real mead. You can't have it both ways. It's like Sean Bourne. Sean Bourne or Sean Bean. You can't have it both ways. Well, this is very exciting. I won't sample them right now, but maybe what am I doing next week? I could do it next week. We could have a little Christmas stream. Yes, I suppose I could use it as perfume, but it might get a bit sticky. Yes, Prinks, Christmas Prinks. What's with the Degas? It was one of the Windows Vista backgrounds. They're just on rotation, bacon and eggs. And it's not a Degas. It's a Syrah, which you would know if you'd come to see my musical. What if I do? And if I do want to attract the bees, then it's perfect. So, thank you once again, Z. That's very kind. Speaking of kind gifts I have received, no, we'll get to the kind gift I have received in a minute. Where do I put this? Where do I put my mead? Where does one store one's mead? Oh, the hill. Right. We return to the big box. Inside the big box, we have a thing. Yes, you are absolutely spoiling me. This might give some indication of what the rest of it is. But this is a pin badge. This is a present. This is technically a present I bought myself. So I'm spoiling myself here. And it's not a present. This is well, you'll see. But this might give it away. It's another box. Emmy, you were right. Also, I wasn't particular. Oh God, I do like this. Is ASMR, isn't it? He's a big boy. He's going to put Valdor to shame, isn't he? ASMR unboxing. Rap, tap, tap. I have to make them kiss. Probably. I'm sure someone at DE would approve. Where was I saying? What was I saying? Where was I? Who was a... Yes. Yes, I got the pin badge. I wondered if I couldn't... Are the pins long enough? No, they're not quite long enough to go through. I mean, I probably shouldn't as well. But they're not quite long enough to put through my ear. Maybe if I could get some dangly with a little thurible at the end. Oh, no. Too many thoughts. Not enough exciting unboxing. Right, now that we've got one box out of another box. We can get rid of this box. For now, I'll sit in that later. Hey. Yes, I feel like I wasn't being particularly subtle in my a thurible earring is probably somebody had that fetish long before anyone ever thought of Warframe. I think we can say that's... I've had... All the Catholics had that idea before Warframe was a speck in the milkman's eye. Oh, yeah, sorry. Someone's tagged me in a thing on the Discord. Join the Discord! Hang on. Before I open this box. It's Harrow in a box. It's Harrow in a box, yeah. Now there's a... Oh, my God. We've got 61,000 until the French stream. At this stage, it's going to be a pissed French stream next week, isn't it? Thurable and thoroughly. Yes, I wasn't being particularly subtle, I felt, in my message. Tweet. Skeet. There we go. If you notice, each sentence grew until it was basically saying rap, tap, tap. Well, I'd written rap, tap, tap in each sentence. Right, join the Discord. Oh my God, Kina, that's incredibly kind. Thank you for subscribing for 6 months. I might be dead in 3 months. And then what you'll have done? You've wasted your money. Right, if I do die in 3 months, I want everyone to know that I was prescient. Hello, Sanguine Stranger. Right, join the Discord for such treats as me in fishnets when I was probably too young to be photographed in fishnets, and the occasional casual Warframe stream or any other kind of streaming that I enjoy. Not to say that I don't enjoy this streaming, but just that I have not, that is unscheduled. That's what I was trying to say. One of us is a necromancer. Oh, that's a game I need to play. Prim. I have a song where I have a bit. I play Echo in Prim, which is the one about being the daughter of the devil. There's a puzzle where you have to get the lyrics right so I can woo all of the the ones with the fates. I have to woo each one of them, and yes, one of the lines is, if you fuck it up, I say something like something a necromancer. So there we go. Are you saying that you're all the fates? That would make a lot of sense. If I've died, and this is merely Charon's boat. A necromancer. Hey! There we go. Scully wins the day. Not the fates, also dead. We are all in hell. Well, Hades is not really hell, is it? It's just the place you go. It's where you end up. Who's in charge of the scissors? Ah, yes, right. That isn't... I think the scissors might be the brain cell. Although, we don't... No one needs to take any of sentences with scissors and this group of people any further, okay? Ugh. It is thinking, right, the brain cell is currently... The scissors are... Oh, no, stop it. Right. Let's move on. Yes. Well, no, I'm going to talk about the thing first. Very kindly, Lawson. So, as some of you may know, open up the priest. No, I refuse. As some of you may know, today is the day that the Old Peace, Warframe, the Old Peace, releases. In which I play... Oh god, it's a very complicated story. But essentially, I play the human form of this character. This character has been around for a while. For those of you who are not in the know, Warframe, it's been around for a while. Free to play MMO TPS. With monetization that is not predatory and in fact, very, very sustainable. This character has been around for a while. Rap Tap Tap is a thing to do with this character. Again, not giving too much away. And later today, I think in about 2 hours, possibly. I don't know if the red text has started, but it will be releasing. And I play effectively the human form of this character, who has not been seen before, called Father Léon Allard. I had to ask them when we did the first session whether it was Léon Allard, because if you took 2 L's in a French name, but it is Allard. But you don't always say Allard. Nous allons. Allez. No, you don't do that. I'm taking a Spanish, aren't I? Oh God, I'm having a stroke. Right. Anyway, so that comes out later today. So in celebration of that for myself and to add him to the group of characters on my wall, I bought one. Yes, and they were on sale on Black Friday. So kiddo, wink, wink. Yes. Yes, Harrow's been in the game since 2017. Hedia is our resident Warframe Sherpa. They know all. Oh, hi, Cat. Good to see you. Yes, I'm very excited for people to meet Leon. Because I think he's... Well, I would say this, but I think he's excellent. As somebody pointed out, it's weird that I should, that I would voice a character that was a bit masochistic and into whips and chains. It's strange that it would happen twice. Who knows? It's probably not the last time. I think I have a type. I think my voice has a type. I think I have 2 nickels. At least 2 nickels. I think if you just if you put... You know that thing... Did anyone ever do the cross-eye 3D thing when they were younger? I remember when 3D started, but when people started touting 3D technology... For a while, people were like, oh, well, people have been doing this for years, where you put up you put up the 2 videos next to each other, and then you cross your eyes, or you defocus entirely so that your brain then superimposes the 2 images. If you could stereograms, thank you, Yosh, so that you get the 3D effect. Basically, I feel like if you took all of my characters and did that, you would a pattern would emerge. I'm going to say. Yes, it's a similar thing that happens with the Magic Eye as well. Oh, thank you, Kat. That's very kind. Thank you for coming along. I can be a sadist or a masochist. A switcherkist. A switcherkist. There we go. Well, I hope that... yeah. Let's hold our horses until people say whether they like it or not. But I would obviously love to. Yes, I have. I would. Oh, that's hilarious. Obviously, I know you guys are well. You guys are well interneted. You were born in it. But that's very funny to find out that you guys have seen the Hellfire animatic that someone on Tumblr did. Incredible. Well, thank you again. I really hope that, we can continue to do work together. Right. Maybe it will be 3 nickels. Who knows? Technically, I know, but I can't say any more. Right then. Let us begin the begin. I am also only doing this cat from DE because because I was watching the dev shorts, and saw Reb handing this over and it not being built, and I was like, I want to build it now. Oh yeah, Indy, go. Yes, Cat, please send the thing. Right. The sugar-free gummy bears. No one has the time. Surely no one has the time to do a 20-minute video on sugar-free gummy bears. Right. 26-minute video. Sorry, thank you. So, before I open this, I should say, so in the Discord server, some of us have been playing Warframe. Hedia and Kiddo have been, and also Dated Memes and a few other people have been sherpering me through to try and get me as close as possible to old piece content, and I've been streaming some of that in the Discord server. So that's the kind of thing you can potentially enjoy. We did start farming for Harrow stuff, and then I got a bit busy with other stuff, and then yesterday I opened up my Warframe game, and I was delighted to have a little message from our Warframers in the Discord to tell me that they had bought me Harrow, which was incredibly touching. And I just, yeah, you guys are ridiculous. Love you all. Yes, many words. I think also I have to particularly thank Azariel. I'm probably saying that wrong, but because apparently they were a big contributor. But everyone, thank you for helping me and get into this very fun game that I. Oh, thank you, bloody hell! Just stop it. Thank you, Kat. Yes, I'm thoroughly enjoying my time. It's bizarrely relaxing to slice through a load of shit. And also to have introduced... Oh my god! Hedia! What have you done? Thank you very much for... That's... You've already... You people! Oh, for more singing. Yes. Yeah. Right. So yes, thank you all for my Harrow. I hope... I was planning on doing some stuff tomorrow and then the day after. I think it might be next week now that I will do a kind of a mad dash to... I don't know, what the fuck is a golden kappa train? Hype train! And we maxed out the level yesterday. We started playing. I then realised I had to deal with the consequences of my previous actions and kill a Kuvalich. But we basically got everywhere. I just need to... This will make no sense to non-Warframers. It might make no sense to people who've started playing Warframe, but I need to, yes, railjack my Kuvalich, or as somebody else said, my Kurwalich. But we did get Harrow to max level as well. So next week, probably sometime, I will do a bit of a mega stream, trying as hard as I can to romance myself. And we'll see where that goes. How times have changed, eh? It was a normal Harrow. Much like the one in this box. Right, I'm going to move the box out the way. Ooh! There are things in the box. Oh, I've got platinum. And instructions. Oh, good. There are only 4 steps. Oh, the graves! Well, very kind of you. Thank you very much. There are still golden things going across the screen. Godspeed. Yes. We are well and truly prepared. Yes, everyone thank Kat for writing a grumpy French man with a thing for hitting himself on the back with a thurible. A special emote. Well, some nice platinum for me and a Harrow Noggle statue. Grumpy, traumatized French man. Yes, I suppose you could say my characters fall on a kind of trauma spectrum from give trauma to receive trauma. I think Harrow might be, well, you'll see, but might be on the on one of the most pre-traumaed, possibly the most. We'll have to find out. Thank you, a sanguine stranger. Oh God, Scully, I missed your hydration, so I'll do that as well. All right. said the Belgian. Right, here we go. I'm cracking his egg. Their egg. Ugh. It's like Christmas, isn't it? Isn't this exciting? Right. Ooh, silica gel. Forbidden treats. Yes, it is very thoroughly packaged. I mean, it did somehow come from... I don't know where it comes from, to be fair. I think it came quite a distance. I think I ended up paying twice the price that was listed because it had to be shipped and taxed. Thank you. Microplastics. Right, let's get his base out. Ooh, it's a substantial base. It's a substantial chainy base. Not like, and I don't want to shit on the Joy Toys, but he falls over about every 5 minutes. Today, after my cleaner had been, don't worry, I'd already removed the plant, so she couldn't do any more damage. I found his spear just on the floor. I think maybe my cleaner didn't know what was going on and knocked him off. Anyway, he has a substantial bottom. Thank you, Scully. Stop. I should probably design some sort of base. Shipping comes with a price. You must pay the gold price. Yeah, thank you, Scribbler. Very, very, very astute of you to notice my poor phrasing at this time. Yes, but you know they could. He came with this base. Oh God, he's going to fall backwards. This flimsy. Look at the size. I mean, admittedly, he's not that much taller, to be fair. But look at the size of this and the nonsense. And then this, I can barely. Like, you could kill a man with this. Right. Okay. I know. Nothing burger base. Stop putting the bases in your mouth. You could have... The thing is, Yoshk, I feel like... Have you had your coffee? Because you didn't say stop putting the bottoms in your mouth. And they are at least flared. That's true. Right. Oh, there's a hype chest. God, Twitch is weird. We had a high hand and a golden kappa. Excellent. Oh, Scribbler. Oh, not again. Thank you. People really are very kind. The House of Valdor and Harrow. Well, so I was thinking... Stop licking that thing. What I'm thinking is, because this is getting unsustainable. Yoshk, please use your imagination. Sorry, I've tripped myself up there. There was, need the Windows error sound. What I'm thinking is, if I get a, you can get those frames that are like, well, I started out thinking when I was younger. I used to live in Paris. I lived in Paris twice in my life. The first time I lived in Paris, I used to live on Avenue Macmahon, which is one of the streets off the Arc de Triomphe. And oh, don't worry, the piano is in. I moved the piano to another room. It was only up here temporarily while there was work going on in the living room where it normally lives. But unfortunately, the work is continuing to go on in the living room. But it is. When the piano is in here, I have to scoot round it to get in the room, and then also scoot round it to get to my clothes. So I just moved it to another room in the house that is also inconvenient, but less inconvenient than where it currently is. So yes, when I was younger, I and lived in Paris. Then my downstairs neighbour, or one of my downstairs neighbours, it was a flat in Paris, was a dentist who collected, I want to say Kinder Surprise, I think it was Kinder Surprise toys. And he had, imagine if you will, being French and a dentist. And he collected Kinder toys, which obviously as a child, I was like, oh wow, that's very cool. I want to play with all of them. And they were all in boxes, in little printers, like printing trays, old school printing trays, that he'd put sideways on the wall. So I thought, I can't really do that, but I could I could build some custom shelves, and that would be a fun old thing. But what I did think was, instead of building some shelves, if I built some quite deep frames to go on the wall, it would have a similar, separate and individual for each one. It would have a similar effect, but I could move them around and relocate them. Some wall frames, you say? Thank you, kiddo. I generally didn't see that one coming. Okay. Some wall frames for my wall frame. Okay. Right. Then we have Scourge. Ooh. My Scourge is a little bit floppy. There's some wiggle in my Scourge. It's all right. Well, this is the thing: is I've things can move, things can relocate, so it doesn't get. Oh, and then we have we've got more forbidden treats into the box for later. This wouldn't happen with Scourge Prime. We have the real forbidden treat of Jon Thurible. Look at them shine. That was a Mighty Boosh reference. And then the centerpiece. Here he is. The man, the myth, the legend. Signor Harrow. Ooh. Oh my god, he's got stuffing up his skirt. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't tell me what to do. Let's read the instructions for once in my life. Gently insert Harrow into the bottom by lining up the peg with the hole. His other foot is held in place by a magnet. He's on the base. That is some of the words that were on that sheet. Insert the tab at the end. Put the thuribal's chain in the slot. Gentle pressure may be required to fully insert. I'm not making this up. I may be missing out a few words, but these are all in here. Somebody wrote this. Gently pull the scourge apart to separate into two parts. Ooh! Insert the top part through Harrow's hand. Yoink. Assemble the scourge by inserting the small peg into the top part. And the hole in the bottom. There's a hole in the elephant's bottom. There is a very funny video of Jeremy Irons singing a music hall song on Behind the Actors Studio, whatever it's called, with the creepy man. And he does a trick. Yes, his little trick is the music hall thing. Jeremy Irons, the man who said, "Well, I could marry my son. What would be? Therefore, we shouldn't have equal marriage rights in the United Kingdom." Here he is in all his glory. Sorry, nothing to do with this previous sentence. Forget the previous sentence happened. I could have done that without the instructions, but in fact, for once in my life, reading paid off. The thurible is the dingle-dangle at the back. What a handsome lad indeed. He's not as mobile as Valdor, so he won't be able to... I can get rid of this now. No, sorry, I thought there was some... I thought someone had sent me some... that Harrow had been packaged with some moth eggs. But I think it was just Stoy. For the Emperor and for Sanguinius. Thank you, X-Diamond 1980X. Thank you for joining us briefly, Millerime. Millerime. Get set, it's teach his children history time. Yes, all his glory. So while the plants are at the doctor, and before I've built my wall frames, there's maybe not directly in front of Cohen's face. We'll put him there. So, getting into 40k and being called Sanguine, yes, you will. So this is another child to be added to the pile. Don't put your scourge in Cohen's face. He'll bite it off. And maybe we can have a bit of... He's really squatting at the moment. Hang on. You've got to... Oh, for God's sake. I won't make them kiss, but I will make them... They'll just... What is wrong with you? I don't know whether I'm talking to myself or... I don't even know where this one's meant to go. Is it meant to go on this foot? I mean, there's a hole for it. There's a hole on each foot. Come on, hold your spear. Well, they're just going to gently touch tips. Valdor is sort of docking there, but we'll get the point. A firm but careful grip may be required. Yes. My God. Can you still see? No, there's a little bit of hang on. I could change the hands and then. No, there we go. They're just going to cross. They're just crossing streams. Touching tips was a little bit too delicate. Thank you, Sanguine Stranger, for reminding me to drink water, like all human beings should do. I'm not going to. I will not water the. I will not overwater them. Ah, yes. You're having trouble fiddling with a Necron's assemblage. I need to find a thing to stick my rap tap tap to. I have the side of my booth, but it's not very reliable. Things tend to fall out of it quite easily. Oh, I could just stick it to the front of. This might be thin enough to. Oh God, that's very dusty. Can I line? I can line up the holes. My corkboard for displaying pins and pictures that exists in every house. I unfortunately threw mine out because it was pretty ratty. Not gonna lie. It wasn't likely to survive. And I found that my trinkets were becoming also increasingly ratty. So I'll find a different solution in the future. But for now, I'm just going to reduce the airflow on my Oh God. Oh no, hang on. Hang on. Give me some time to blow the man. Don't tell me you're out of battery. It would have been funnier if there was no gap between those two things. You can go back over there. Yes, there is a purity seal on, which was another gift from you, wonderful lot. It is hydrating when it's coffee. Coffee is a diuretic. Well, caffeine is a diuretic, but there is enough water in coffee in general to be hydrating. So, it's fine. It was already silly. It's one of the myths people often have to dispel in vocal health. Sorry, kiddo. I don't know how the fuck did you manage that? That's incredible. That is incredible. Yes. Hang on, because I can. Yeah. Oh no! Don't you fall over now. I should really hang this one up on like here. Maybe I will do that. Not now. Not now. Kiddo, straight up, releasing his information. Now I can delete. Can I? Oh, no, oh, hang on. I can't. I'm sure I can delete. Surely I can. I can't do anything with that message. That's a really. You'd think I could be like, delete this message. All I can do is pin it, and I feel like that would be cruel. Yeah, I know, but at least at least temporarily. That is very funny. I would like when you've sorted yourself out. Oh, thank you. Once you've sorted yourself out, kiddo, it would be good to understand how exactly. Oh no. Oh no. I know it's happened. We've completed our challenge to French stream. 2 minutes ago, I missed it. I was too excited by. Well, it's not happening now, but it will next week. Next week, it's going to be. We're going to have a pissed French stream next week. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lawrence away, John. Right. Well, I'm going to be trying some mead. An attack of the French. Attaque des Français. Oh, we need a new challenge. Oh God. But that day is not today. Noël pipi. Yes. Drunk French stream. If anything, look, I am French. As long as the UK doesn't continue down this ridiculous path and eventually decide to remove dual nationality from people, that would be so annoying. I don't want to make that choice. I on principle, I would stick with my French, but that would be annoying for my current residents. But I'll read the Christmas Carol again, like I did last year. In a French accent. Oh, thank the Graves. I wouldn't put it past them. They've already done it. They've already skirted fucking everything at this point. Good, kiddo. Well done. Well done. I have already declared war on Italy. But that was as a Frenchman, so... there you are, Zerial. I don't know how long you've been watching, but I wanted to thank you specifically because I hear that you were a major contributor to my gift of Mr. Harrow. And I'm very, very thankful for it. Yes, Gaul versus Rome. No panettone. All this Italian oppression. True, kiddo. That's what I do, anyway. They'll never make it over the Alps. Santa hat. I don't have a Santa hat. Thank you. Thank you, a sanguine stranger. Somebody else. Somebody else on my team. Lord knows I need them. I have my coffee. Excellent. Still going strong there. I mean, I could always do with more. I'm feeling a bit bunged up today, I realise. Oh, Varuro, if you haven't watched I may have released my spiciest opinion last week, which is... Sorry, Zagraves, are you providing information to back up my claims? My spiciest opinion, for those of you who weren't there last week, is that I don't believe in Italian food. I'm not rehashing anything, but I feel like Zagraves has things to add. God, wait, no. I'm admittedly not hungover this time. It's still my spiciest opinion. It's more of a semantic and what's the word? Existential question. Yes, Zagraves. It leads on to my further spicy opinion that Italy doesn't exist. No. Although this is true fact, and it's partly because of this true fact. It's because of this true fact that Italy is a very new country that was just like, we are just people. The idea of Italian food in general obviously is a mass simplification and an export. Well, no, it's not that, because obviously it does exist, because it exists because people go and eat it. But this is why I think I did say it doesn't exist last time. But what I meant was I don't believe in it. Because I do believe that there are things labelled as Italian food that are tasty. I was about to say something completely unjustifiable, so I'll leave that on the table in my head. But I think it's also partly a reaction to Italian food. Yoshk! It's also partly a reaction to Italian food purists who are like, this is pasta carbonara, and if you are living in the United Kingdom and you put sour cream in there, then you are a heathen. Like, yes, you're not making the thing that they call pasta carbonara, but ultimately I don't know that even Italian people own the right to some of those names in the way that they are used. Not the right to the names, but like, I don't know that food is... Yes. Yes. See, we're all on the same page. I'm so glad you all share. Some would say that maybe I frame it more spicily for my own amusement. No, because I was... Nika, if you say that, all I want to do is do the impression of Peter Griffin in the deli in Family Guy, and that's... I don't need to actually be cancelled. Yes. But it's also, and the other side of it is like being when I went to Genoa, I had the worst pesto pasta of my life. And then even I spent some time in Cinque Terre, and I was expecting that like there would be lots of very easily accessible, nice places to have food, and all of it was pretty average at best. And maybe it's just because I was being lazily going to places where tourists go, but I didn't think I was. I expected to find nonnas around every corner, ready to bring me indoors and show me the world. But no, it was not to be. French food, however. French food is basically like politically mandated. I think there's still laws in France about the price of baguettes and croissants. Like you can't just kiddo, please. Yosh, thank you very much. I don't know if I mean, you'd be surprised. Exactly. Have I tried lasagna? Yes, I have tried lasagna. But tell me, Nika, what is lasagna? Because I know, I understand it's like pasta in layers with other stuff, but like, what's in the middle? How many layers? How many bits of stuff in between the pasta? Like there's a wild variation in those lasagnas. Lasagne. There we go. I said something in Italian. Lasagne. Lasagnodis. Sorry, Emmy. Are you saying that lasagna is just pierogi? See, Cat, I'm so glad you're on my team. Exactly. Tomatoes aren't Italian. But they are, but you know, lasagna, which is a sort of Italian variant on moussaka. Actually, without tomatoes, I mean, you don't need tomatoes for a moussaka, do you? To be honest, my favorite lasagna to make is a vegetarian lasagna, and I go. And it's a vegetarian lasagna that would make an Italian cry, and that I think maybe that's why it's tastier. Because what I basically do is I make a ratatouille. So I shove a load of I start by making a ratatouille. So I shove a load of courgettes and peppers and red onion and courgettes, peppers, red onion. What else do I shove in there? Aubergine. I shove all that together. I put a whole bulb of garlic, in some tin foil, and then pour some olive oil in there and some salt, and I put it in eggplant, aubergine, yeah. And I put it in the tray to roast, and I just like really fucking hot. Make sure a lot of it gets burned. Take it all out. Squeeze the garlic in. Take a tin of tomatoes and shove that in there as well. Oh, also important for this recipe is that you scoop out the bit of the courgette in the middle that gets gungy. Like, because it goes the bit I like that in fresh courgette, but when you cook it, it goes slimy. Sometimes there are dishes you want that for. For this, I don't like it. So I scrape it out, and then so I put that in the oven. It's all, roasted to fuck. Oh, thank you for joining us, Jojo. See you next time. And then I will roast some butternut. I will cut some butternut squashes into slices and slice them up, and roast them in the oven until they're nice and unctuous. And then, while all that's roasting, I will make a fuck off cheese sauce, because this is the other thing about lasagna that I've never understood, is why you don't just put cheese and you're putting cheese and you're putting bits of other stuff. Sorry, you're putting white sauce and then you're just putting cheese on top of it. Just make a cheese sauce. Come on. What are we? So then you begin your layering process. And the last thing to find is some is mozzarella pearls. So you do your layers. So you do layer of sauce, layer of ratatouille, layer of butternut squash, layer of sauce, stuff. Chuck some mozzarella pearls in every now and then as you're going through, and then top it off with a layer of sauce. Put it in the oven, take it out, have the best lasagna of your life. So exactly, it's sacrilege, and I love it. He said. Making Italians cry since 1992. A cooking stream. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. I need to set things up in the kitchen, though. That would be a pain. I'd probably get stuff all over everything. To be fair, I did get... We did a plumbing stream, and nobody died. Anything's possible. Maybe I could do something next week. Oh, that would be hilarious. Oh, yeah, Kat, this is law. As far as I know, nobody died. Yes, I was meant to do a stream in the evening it was probably about 12 months ago. Was it before or after Christmas? I can't remember now. I think it might have been before Christmas. It was before Christmas. I remember it well. Yes, because I went to a Christmas party, and Is that right? Was that time? No, it was after Christmas. After Christmas, I went to the same party at a different place. Sorry, the same party, same place, different time of year. So yeah, I was replumbing all the radiators in my house, and I had an issue that meant that I had an issue that meant it was taking longer than I expected, which is that I was replumbing all the radiators in my house. And I'd bought a special machine that I had to give back the next day, and it needed to get done that day, and I was meant to be streaming at 7, and then the time rolled around, and I thought, well, no time like the present, and so I just hit play, and unfortunately it wasn't recorded, but there are still clips on the channel where you can hear me doing things like rubbing copper pipes with wire wool. Again, I'm sure I'd probably give a plumber a heart attack after all that. But it was a very neat job in the end. I said not. Oh, there is an entire compilation. I did think so. It was a very neat job in the end. I'm very proud of it. I've only got to replace 2 more radiators in my house before I've reached nirvana. But unfortunately, that's one of them is waiting on the work that still hasn't been completed because I've got a disappearing plumber. How different is American plumbing from English plumbing? I don't know. I feel like you're really not allowed to do... Like, over here, you're kind of discouraged from plumbing without knowing what you're doing. And strongly discouraged to do any electrical work without knowing what you're doing. Although there are some things that you are allowed to do in general. But 29th of January. Thank you, Yoshk. Whereas in the States, I feel like you're mostly forbidden from doing most things. Oh, well, maybe not. You can YOLO anything you like. You can YOLO anything you like once. YOLO alolo. No. Yeah. Yuckaluguyao. Oh, 300-year-old home. You're actually beating me. No, that's older than the United States. I think UK home insurance tends to include, or often has an option for you put a stuff through the wall. You put a stuff through the wall. You put a stuff through the wall. You put a nail through the wall and hit a pipe. Insurance, almost as old as trigonometry. Well, yes, I would never do anything like absurd, but I would change a light fitting. And I've removed wires that I know to be not connected to anything, because a lot of the wiring in my house, my house was built in 1890, I think, and a lot of the wiring in my house, I found lead wiring in my house, which is incredible. As in, like the wires weren't themselves, the wires themselves weren't lead, but they were lead encasing some kind of chalk encasing the copper wires. Yes, that is generally the case here. Although, yeah, most of I've complained before on my stream about the asshole previous owners of my house. But you know, it is the price you pay for having you never really, a house is for the generations to come. You know, it's like that Patek Philippe advert. You never really own a Patek Philippe. You never really own anything. I just wish I could wring the neck of the person. I said ring and something rang. What the? Right. I just wish I could wring the neck of the person who found a piece of board in our house signed and dated by the... Oh, that's fun. The person who did a large extension on my house and made some decisions that are infuriating. like completely infuriating, that make me think that basically what must have happened is that they paid professionals to like build the outside shell. Like I'm fairly certain. So I'm fairly certain not to get into it or anything. I'm fairly certain that the previous owner of my house, they lived here they owned the place for about 10 years. I think they lived here for about 5 years. They did a big, renovation on it where they basically made the kitchen bigger and added living space in the attic. And the father of one of the owners was a handyman. In the next 5 years, they owned this place. He did all of the repairs, I think, to the house, because he clearly gave off confidence that he could do such things. I know that he did all the repairs in different places of the house because he does weird shit. He did weird shit. Like, for example, yes, confident repairman, jack of fuck all. Have the confidence of a straight white man who is very mediocre at doing repairs. So I know it was him because he did what he would have done. It was work that was done in the last 10 years, and it's all stuff that is not up to like modern electrical wiring standards. For example, like just the like twisting earth wires together in a single piece of sheathing is like, it's not bad, but this man was not an electrician who was working and paid and working on different parts of the house where these things had happened would not have done that. This was done by a handyman. Yes. Yeah. And I'm fairly certain then that basically what they did when they did the big extension is that he was like, don't worry, if you get the shell done, I can do most of the interior work, and then we'll get some people to do, bits and pieces here and there. The person who installed our boiler, I'm assuming it was this same man who basically did it and then got somebody else to check their work. He had to instead of just installing the boiler an inch lower than where he put it in, he cut a chunk out of the rafter so that he could fit it in. And I was just like, what? And that makes it impossible to do anything with it. Like, it's sitting above the line of the ceiling in the room. So you can't, plaster into a boiler. You have to, make a little box that sits around it. It's like... Luckily, we found it. We ended up paying quite a lot of money to get a very nice carpenter man who built something that looks nice and works, but it still means that it's basically open air above there because we can't insulate that. Yes. I mean, the worst repair I had to do on the house, I say the worst repair, possibly most dangerous repair I had to do in my house is I had to replace the external soil pipe, which involved hanging out my window. Hanging out my window with a drill, and trying to, most dangerous so far. Luckily, they're all push fit fittings, but it was dripping. It was dripping, and if I couldn't replace what was already there for reasons, so I had to. I was doing it as best I could. But it doesn't drip anymore. I was no longer dripping raw sewage onto the ceiling above where the boiler is. The bastards. We should do everything. We should take the approach of modern day restoration work and just anything you do. I'm just in the middle of this solid cable wire that runs up and splice a second. Anything you do should be reversible. Make it so that at least the next person could go, no, this is a bad idea, and take that out. And they don't have to rip up the whole fucking house. Sorry. You may have realised you've touched a nerve. Um, um, oh, Jesus H. Christ. Yes. Yeah. There's no. The best thing is you can do what you like. The worst thing is somebody else already has. Are you saying that Marajai is going to be sleeping with all of the women in Grand Designs? Look at this. It's absolutely remarkable. Are you telling me you're building your entire house out of cob? If you haven't seen that one episode of Grand Designs from a couple of seasons ago where a man is building a house out of cob, you heard me right. It's worth it. It's worth it just to lose your mind at the number of times that someone says cob. I think it's spelled with 2 B's. They're 3 months late and over budget. They've been living in a caravan. John's wife is pregnant. Mysteriously. They always get pregnant. I suppose it's because there's fuck all else to do in a caravan. Got to keep warm somehow. And burning heretics is frowned upon these days. Well, that's just par for the course, Indy. Absolute par for the course. But anyone could do that. That's an honest mistake, I think. John's finished the damn house. Right. What time is it? I've got an hour. Let's play some games. When I say some games, I mean what we're all here for, which is some Warhammer 40,000. I would play some Warframe, but at the moment I'd just be running around like a headless chicken. So I think I'm going to take a 5-minute break and come back, do 45 minutes of Warhammer. Warhammer? I barely know her. So. Oh yeah, sorry, Nika. I'm sorry. We're all very sorry. We all know who to blame. Right, I will be back very, very briefly. Brr-bup. And we're back.
Open wide, here I come.
Playing with myself again, yes. My little collection. My little collection of buddies. And Copernicus. He's there too. It would be helpful if I could drink water without spilling it all over myself. Yes, for those of you joining us late, the box contained another box. Inside the box was a sampler of mead from the Graves, which was very kind of them, and the lovely Harrow statue. Oh, and also the rap tap tap tag. It's always good to have a friend with perspective. So, for the remaining... Actually, what time have I got to be somewhere? Oh god, I've only got 20 minutes. I saw the timer and was like, hang on. Oh yes, that starts at this time. And then I thought, oh no. When I just looked at it, it's like, I need to get there. So in fact, I've only got 20 minutes. So, right, gaming stream cancelled. We're just going to chat. That's all it is. I'm changing the thing. For once in my life. For once in my life. I'll update the stream info. Yes, I have to go caroling. Caroling outside an estate agent's in Battersea. More house drama. No more house drama. I mean, I am looking at the my ceiling and the patch of damp that is getting progressively worse. But it's fine. I'll deal with that another time. Will still refuses to read, just chatting. Free bird for the caroling. Oh God. No, I'm already a little bit, like I say, already a little bit bunged up. So I think even I might struggle with the normal carols at this stage. Oh no, that's not damp. It's not actually damp. It's definitely. I think it's a radiator leaking. Not one that I installed. It's the one that somebody installed onto just. That's what Sane thinks of that. It's the one that somebody installed directly onto plaster fixings, and not onto any kind of not in a joist on either side. It's currently now it's secure, but it's sitting on a block of wood to keep it the right height. But I think all of the jiggery pokery has loosened a connection somewhere. Sane's got a very round bottom. So he's sort of got to be resting up here, I think. He was designed for cuddling. My username in game, it's the same as it is everywhere else. It is Will Voice It. Sane with the cuddly round bottom. Yes. My hilariously thought up name. And it also the whole thing about the whole Italy thing, all of that, the whole nonsense, is made even funnier by the fact that I use a .it domain name, or .it if you want to take it seriously, which means that a lot of the spam I get is like Italian CBD companies for some weird, like, if I look at my spam, like, I swear to God there will be 70 emails in there from random Italian either marketing companies or like 40 emails. I have an email titled Salute della colonne vertebrale e delle articolazioni. Perché? Cannabis oil capsule rigenera la cartilaggine e l'articolazione. Oh, it's all about regaining your bone stuff. I don't know. Italian already came after you. Yes, they're sending their best spammers. They've got nothing on the Russians. The Russians sent me Yoshk. But yes, it made funny about that. Just for the pun. Technically I am allowed because of my French nationality. Because you're allowed if you're a European citizen to use other European domain names. But a normie, who wasn't a filthy dual national like myself, taking advantage of both systems, it's quite hard to get your mouth around Italian. No. I wonder if I have a mild case of Tourette's. Because my brain does recognise that what I'm about to say is utterly absurd. But by the time I've realised that, it's already out of my mouth. Anyway. No, there's no way of misconstruing that last sentence. I'm fairly sure I've checked. Right. Just so I don't actually forget that I need to be somewhere. We've got 15 minutes, people. 15 minutes. I'm just a gremlin. A mild case of gremlinitis. Regular old impulsiveness. Yes, it's true. Has anyone seen that? I really want to see the... did I actually update that? No, I didn't. The I Swear film. I really wanted to, and then I haven't had the opportunity. Why, thank you. Yes. If you continue to shower me with praise and gifts and mead, it's almost like the opposite of that. Yes, there's that auditory processing thing that the ADHD people have, and I think I definitely have, where someone will ask you a question. I will not hear it. I will ask them what they said. And in the process of asking what they said, I will realize I know what they said, and then I will be answering them before they've told me the thing again. So I think it's like the opposite of that, where something delayed realization. It's unpuckering the tentacles. The on to the next thing. It takes a second. Stop tentacles. That was some ASMR for you though. Tentacle ASMR. And it's not even Yoshk's birthday. Delayed realising that the French stream might as well be whole stream as Lyon. Will, no. Ah, yes, what a time to join. Being tentacled. Being tentacled by my ADHD. I just realised you've got a very good view at my hand there, which you probably never have done before. My hand is interesting, obviously, because it's a part of me. No, but my hand is interesting because I have what is called a verrucal line, which is this funny thing here, that goes all the way up, that looks like it's some sort of warts, but it's not. It's a birthmark. We've tried to get rid of it several times, and there are stuff on the back of what looks like warts on the back of my hand, but they don't and they behave a lot like them, but they don't spread. They're not contagious. It's called a verrucal line because it looks like the thing. It's the technocyte virus. Yes, it was destined all along. Yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, obviously everyone looks at their hands and thinks, well, I think most people look at their hands and feet and be like, that is your reference for a hand or a foot. So if you see another hand or foot and it's particularly different to yours, a part of your brain goes, that's weird. But yes, I've always had a right hand that had a thing, and then I go through months of not seeing it, and then it was like, oh yeah, I forgot that was there. And then as I was doing that to the camera, I was like, oh yes, it's probably people don't know this. Things you find out about your favourite gremlins, or at least gremlins that you like to watch chat about shit and take things out of boxes. I could tell people I was struck by lightning, but that would be a lie. And lying is naughty. I just know when I said naughty like that, that's getting clipped, and that's going to be used against me at some point in future by someone. I see you, Yoshk. I see you. On this perfectly innocent Christian stream. Yes, for those of you, I said this in the server yesterday, but one of the funny things about the David animated film is coming out next week. I think, when is the 19th? The 19th will be next Friday. I think they've already had the premiere. And it is obviously a film about the Bible, and I play a big shit in it. Not literally a big shit, but I play a big baddie who just grumbles, basically. Sheep scutter. The head of the Amalekites, I think. Vizetha. Anyway, obviously, thing about the Bible, you're going to get people who are into the Bible, and something and a great wind. That's basically a poo joke in the Bible. Yes. But people, the kinds of people who are into the Bible in a very specific way, in the sort of the Bible is the word of God way, and therefore it should be taken literally and cannot in any way be interpreted. If you ask someone, sorry, slight tangent. If you ever come across someone who says that language can't be, that language that has been translated, or let me put it this way. If someone is taking a translated text and telling you that it is to be taken literally, and that translation has had no effect on its meaning, ask them to explain to a non-native English speaker the difference between a hand job and manual labour. That's my thoughts on literalism in the Bible. Anyway, so the kinds of people who live in a certain place, the Bible belty people, start following you on Instagram. And obviously the other thing that I'm being followed for on Instagram at the moment is people who've seen my Lycon or Marajai shit posts. So 1 minute I get followed by someone called YowieCat9000, and the other minute I'm getting followed by someone with wifey, lover of Jesus, home mama, crunchy. And the contrast is just very amusing to me. A booty call versus a butt dial. Exactly. All things. Yes, I'm sure that they can be reasoned with. I'm sure that people can be reasoned with. No, you have to hope. You have to hope that that people can understand, that you can reach understanding with people. Maybe. Shitlord McGee 6969. Yes. Around 4:30 my time. Interesting. I would take it. Note taken. Yes. One shouldn't talk about religion on the internet because it's a very fine balance. But there are some elements of some people's religion that are easy to lambast, I feel. And you can always talk about your own experience. Thank you, Yoshk, for being the fastest clipper in the West. I saw a whole thread with a series of other funny things. There was one in particular that was like there were at least 5 or 6 different meanings depending on which precise word you chose for the translation of a two-worded phrase. Yes, Kat, I will make a note of that. I will hopefully be done with my oh my word. I beg your pardon. My caroling. No, I'm not going to talk about religion. It's fine. I've got 5 minutes. We can talk about anything else. Yes, we need to do carol singing in the voice chat. Another reason you should join the Discord. It's not like things that it's notoriously difficult to do things in time and in tune over the internet, and it's bound to end in chaos. Well, you have 5 minutes, Sanguine Stranger. I believe in you. You can do it, Nikki. Bite his fucking head off. Actually, no, he says freaking head off, doesn't he? Bite his freaking head off. Thanks for dropping in, Cecil. Experience fear when Will reacts to something you posted in the NSFW channels. Yeah. I slept surprisingly well today, I would say. Probably not as much as I liked. My sleep schedule the last week has been erratic. Let's put it that way. I will see if you did the naughty thing. Oh dear, Yoshk. That's never a good sign. If I look at my sleep for last week. Yes. If I just this chart will tell you a lot. This was my sleep chart for last week. Some days there was lots of sleep. Some days there was very little sleep. We swung wildly from 14 hours to 5-ish hours to 7 hours 8 hours? 2 hours? Why do I have your sleep chart? I presume that the brain cell is with you on off days, so...
Old Billy Riley was a dancing master. Old Billy Riley,
Yes, so I did sleep well. So that's good to know. Right. We've got 1 minute left on the timer. I think that is time. It is time. The time has come, the walrus said, to go and sing carols in front of an estate agent's. I hope everyone has had a nice time. Best of luck to those of you building things. I'm sorry we didn't have time for doing any gaming today, but we've discussed, we've dug up old holes, we've closed other holes, we've pegged Harrow into his base. Oh, fuck, I should have said bottom. Anyway. Glad you could join me briefly until next week when we will have, who knows, it will definitely be French. There will definitely be some reading. And there will be... No, Yosk, no, I'm not that... No. We want the pure, authentic experience. If it doesn't happen in the moment, it's not true. Yes. Have wonderful weeks. I will see you next time for more chaos. Bye.